So, this guy recently finished his second season of the Zombie Apocalypse series with a, well, pretty long video. So, now that my friend Electro Productions has closed off this season, I thought it would be a good idea to continue the tradition that we had, which is ranking the episodes of each other's seasons. Now, before we start, if you do enjoy any of my content, please consider subscribing. I never really ask for it in my episodes, but if you like my content, why not? Without further ado, enjoy the ranking. At the very bottom of this list, it has to be the second episode. Yup, again.
Coming in last for me is episode 2.
But wait, it's even more familiar.
Number 8, we have episode 2. Wait.
My number 8 spot, I've chosen episode 2.
Episode 2 surely doesn't get the best of luck in these types of videos, that's for sure.
Damn, it truly is a curse. This episode starts with a mystery person at the destroyed camp of the good guys. And after that, we follow Donald, David and Sophia, where it appears that David got shot during the fight with the gang in the last season. Then we go to the group in the forest where Emma and Bob are trapped, and Emma is unfortunately killed. She was my favorite character by far.
Stop it with your lies.
And to close this episode off, a fight between Mitch and Sam. This episode was enjoyable, with the character death and action, but I didn't feel emotionally invested in what was happening in the episode. The fight between Mitch and Sam felt a bit empty to me, which is not how you should feel when the two main characters of a show are fighting. But that aside, it was pretty decent. Next up on the list is the season premiere. This episode has a slow start, which I do like. It starts with a supply run with Mitch and Sam, and after that we follow Cobb's group in the forest where they try to escape the gang members. Zach talks to the leader of the gang, whose identity is still unknown here. This episode does have a good tension build-up. It starts very slow with a supply run with Mitch and Sam, and it ends with the leader of the evil gang now giving Zach permission to kill our heroes in cold blood.
From now on, you have the honor to kill them all in cold blood.
Is everything okay?
It ends the episode with a good cliffhanger, and it did keep me wondering what was going to happen in the next episodes. Although I did like it, it didn't strike me as a super special episode, so that's why it's on number 7. On my number 6 spot comes episode 6. This was a controversial one for me, since the episode had some very good moments. It starts off with a new character Mason meeting the family of Mitch, Sam and Jasmine, and after that we jump right into another scene full of tension, that being Cobb and Josh being chased by bad guys. This moment is very important for Josh, as he learns what it's like to kill a man in order to protect Cobb. Then we see a lot of chaos inside the gang, and Oliver sees what has happened to Zach. We have not seen this man since the season premiere, and now we learned he has been poisoned. At the end we go back to Mitch, Sam and Jasmine, where we learn about the new guy, Mason. And to end the episode off, a cliffhanger of Oliver and Zach arriving at their hideout. While there are some good moments in this episode, when I went and rewatched the whole season, I must be honest, the first half of this episode was way better than the second half. It really slowed down in pace. However, the first half was amazing, with Josh's brutal killing spree. The episode maybe could have spread its tension scenes out a little more, because now the second half felt too slow in comparison. Coming up next is one of the longer episodes, with a total of 17 minutes. Let me give you a very quick summary. It starts with Crowley and Nate returning home to their friend Eric. Then we cut to a scene where Cobb and Bruce talk about the gang and what they've been going through. Donald meets up with them, and the group is now reunited, apart from Mitch's group. Meanwhile, Mitch is busy bullying Oliver.
Keep your mouth shut. Isn't that clear enough? Shut your fucking mouth!
The group finds a van and boom, after some movie magic the groups find Yasmin. And they have a very intelligent conversation.
Wait, I think I know some of you.
You think?
Well, I think I know, but you guys don't know me.
Huh?
Then everyone is reunited and ready to face off the gang. If I had to describe this episode in one word, it would be build up. The whole point of this episode is to get everything set up for the season finale. And this is executed great. We get some necessary talking and taking care of problems to get the group ready for a fight. Basically, the whole group reunites in this episode, which was awesome to see after they have not seen each other for so long. I really like that we saw nothing of the gang, apart from the credit scene, which further increased tension and ignorance about their plans. Ah, yes, the mid-season finale, right in the middle of this list. What a coincidence. We start with Bob going crazy about Emma's death, which was by far the most impactful ever. I'll make a quick summary of Emma's best moments.
Help! Hey, leave him alone.
Guys, what the hell? Go do something.
And after that we see Martin, Bruce and Andrea at a military base, where they meet with Blake, who is, well, quite a special soldier. You would expect a disciplined masculine guy, but Blake is doing his own thing. Just see for yourself.
Can you do that? Hey, answer me. You need to get it.
Hey yo, why me?
This authenticity of Blake made me really like him, because he was very different from the rest of the characters and was a fresh addition. Continuing with Bob's craziness, he goes fully deranged and commits suicide driving a car into the gang's base. Mitch, Sam and Jasmine decide to get out of there before mutants show up. Donald, David, Sophia and Jones come across the gang leader in the wild, using some movie magic. They have a tense fight and eventually Jones even attempts a 1v1 against the leader. Oh, how he was wrong. The leader of the gang reveals himself and his name is Biker, a true fighting menace. I love this whole episode because it has a lot of action, a new character who at the time of this episode's release was by far my favorite, and also a very interesting end. Greg, the guy who killed Emma, took over the gang in mutiny style.
Join me or die.
Damn!
Very good episode with a great cliffhanger. Alright, and now for my top 3. Kicking it off with episode 3. I'm serious, guys. I'm not doing this intentionally. Guys! Okay, great. We see Trash, later known as Jones, after a very long time again. And man, was it great and sad at the same time. Jones lost his good friend Bruce during their adventure, and he's now all by himself, facing his demons. Then we cut to a flashback of pure chaos in the city. Bruce and Jones meet up with Mike, Jessica and Johnson while they try to make it out alive. Unfortunately, none of their newfound friends get out alive. In the present, Jones fights off mutants while his emotions continue to bother him. But then, David finds him. They have a good talk, and now comes, in my opinion, one of the greatest scenes of this entire season. Let me just play it for you. It just represents Jones leaving everything reminding him of the past behind. His outfit, his name and his trash can he kept with him until now. This scene gave me actual shivers down my spine due to the great music and emotion in it. The flashback was great too, although it didn't quite connect to the rest of the episode for me. It's a great scene where we see what it was like before. But if, for example, one of the survivors didn't die, he or she could have met up with Jones in the present. Nonetheless, this was an amazing episode. Second place goes to episode 5, and it starts off with Greg and his followers catching Mitch in the wild. which is a great way to start the episode with tension, and it got me wondering what was going to happen. We see Biker behind bars in his own gang, and he is kind of toying with his stupid gang members.
You two are dumb fucks.
Oh, we're not.
I'm gonna kill you first. Hey, you. Come here. You really are dumb fucks.
Then we see Scar discuss how they will handle the mutants that are in their base, after Bob drove a car with explosives in it. They fight some mutants, and after that we go to a new duo, Crowley and Nate. Nate is also known as
Popcorn Man.
They kill some mutants under some chill music, and Crowley scares a horse away.
No! Oh my god! We needed that horse!
Mitch is cornered by Greg and his henchmen, but then Sam comes out of nowhere and lasers them all. They capture a crook and Greg is forced to retreat. In the after credits scene we see the new guy Mason slash some jerks. This episode was fantastic. It had great moments of action and we see the chaos in the gang continue after Greg took over last episode. But also a redemption from Sam. He acted very immature in the last episodes and he apologizes for this earlier behavior.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
And honestly, Crowley and Nate, or
Popcorn Man.
are an amazing duo that made me laugh really good. Like, how could you not like a duo where one guy says to the other,
What's wrong, Popcorn Man?
Well, I think this was quite expected. Episode 8 was more than half an hour long, packed full of drama and action. I will try my best to summarize it very short. We start with the whole group ready to invade the gang's base, but they find out that it's completely empty. After that, we follow Biker, who is in the wild, but he gets trapped. It appears that Biker is captured by old gang members who left the gang, and he tries to convince them to help fight Greg. Marcus and Scar have a talk, and Marcus leaves the gang because he doesn't agree with the ideals anymore. Greg has found Oliver's old group and tries to convince the leader Frank to help him fight against our heroes. Then everyone comes face to face with each other, and after Mitch fails to pull Frank out of the lies that Greg has told, they are forced to attack. A giant battle breaks out and we see some amazing fights. Sam, Mitch and Martin fight against armored soldiers from Frank's group, and Yasmin slashes another female fighter. Eventually Andrea gets shot and dies, and Biker joins the battle with the old gang members. He fights his treacherous generals and kills Gino. Greg is captured and the two groups come to a peace treaty. Greg is set to be executed and the groups go their separate ways. But in the final scene it appears that Scar and Greg will not be executed. This episode truly is the best of season 2 and the whole show in general. It has a great resolution of tension and it ends up with a very interesting plot twist of Greg still being alive. This is seriously an amazing setup for next season. And the fact that this is more than 30 minutes just blows my mind. It's absolutely incredible. A deserved #1 spot on this list. So, that is my list. I hope you enjoyed watching this ranking and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Peace.